All right, well, I have another surprise. I looked through my notes and found some other interesting things I can make a video about before moving on. So I thought, let me pull this. I thought I'll do that. I'll make a couple of short videos about these things. So this one it's a compare and contrast chart. So I'm actually starting on the back and then I'm going to turn to the front. I just like that order better for some reason, but it's like the one side has what God did through Jesus, and then the other side is what we humanity receive as a result. So I'll just go down the list here. Let me see. I could make this smaller. There we go. Okay, so you have to picture, it says Jesus up here, okay? Gave up his life so that man, humanity, we, you and me, us, whoever, could be redeemed and resurrected. I could write whosoever will. If you know me, you know I would. Okay, next. All right, he wore a crown of thorns so that we could get heavenly crowns. He'll have a heavenly crown too, obviously, and sometimes we wear crowns of thorns in this life in different ways, but it's just an overall idea here. He on the cross was thirsty so that we would get the living water of life. All right? Okay. He was offered sour wine, and we would receive new wine. Okay, at the same time, he was blindfolded so that we would receive spiritual sight. He bore our guilt so that we could receive his righteousness, holiness, and purity. He was rejected and ridiculed so that we could receive acceptance and favor. Okay, now I'll turn it around. Put my little thing on top. So that's really the front here. So it contrasts, God, Jesus, so that man. Okay. He came down to earth and even Abraham's bosom between the crucifixion and resurrection so that we could go up to heaven. He was innocent but took on our sin so that we, as guilty of sin, could be forgiven. He was disrobed so that we could be clothed. He bore our shame so that we could receive honor. He shed his atoning blood so that we could be cleansed and covered and atoned for. He suffered punishment for sin so that we could be pardoned from sin and set free from sin. He, being one with God, suffered alienation and forsaken on the cross so that we, being alienated from God already, could be reconciled with God into unity, fellowship, and communion. He died and rose again so that we, being dead spiritually, are brought back to life. He sacrificed himself so that we could be saved. He bore our affliction and scars so that we could be healed spiritually and in any way. He became the servant of all so that we could be raised up as kings and priests. He humbled himself and set aside entitlement so that we could receive honor and blessings. He poured out his life, blood, and spirit so that we could gain life and receive his spirit. Okay, so there are more, of course. I'm sure you can think of some more. In fact, if you do, just put them in the comment section. I barely get any comments. Put them in the comment section and I'll add them to my list. And next time I go over this, I'll include them. So I could make a compare and contrast chart like this, right? And then have God. I'll just say humanity, right? He did all that so that we get all this. And that would be a neat way to do it, but I had it already written, so it was easier that way. Okay, well, this is a short little video. I want to make sure it's not too short. I don't think it could become a short, but one of these days I'll make a short just for fun. Okay, so that's this one, and then I'm gonna do the next one in a minute, and then another one. And this next one won't be long either. And then the third one, it depends. I don't know, I better not say anything yet. Okay, so that's it for this short little video. And I'll be right back. All right.